I walked into the VA. I said I need help. The Denver VA was extremely helpful, and they got me into the PTSD rehabilitation program, which is where I got back in touch with yoga through Comeback Yoga. Being upset for me was like a habit, you know, and like any habit, breaking a habit is difficult and took a while. And so once my natural reset wasn't to be upset about something or wasn't to be sad or grumpy, my natural reset was at least normal. So feeling the full range of emotions was easier. And then eventually focusing on the happy things in life, the good things in life, it becomes easier to become happy. And then my natural reset now is to be happy, to be optimistic rather than pessimistic. And I understand that there's still things in life that aren't happy, that really suck. But that's always going to be there. And you can learn how to deal with those in a much more resilient way, you know, when your natural reset is positive. And that's what I've done through yoga.
So the idea that we have about Comeback Yoga is to be very effective at delivering trauma-informed yoga where the veterans are. So we know they're at the VA hospital, we know they're at the VA clinic, we know that some of them are at the VFW. We're looking for veterans who are interested in trauma-informed yoga. So our mission is to be pretty mobile and flexible. Where are the vets, and where's the interest in practicing trauma-informed yoga as a means to coping with post-traumatic stress?
You might be curious what a trauma-informed yoga class looks like. And let me just start out by saying that it's not at all similar to a class that you would normally go to at a yoga studio. Trauma-informed yoga classes are much quieter. They're less dramatically physical. They include a lot of breathing and breathing exercises and a lot of movement associated with that breathing. Comeback Yoga has the mission of teaching trauma-informed yoga rather than just your everyday yoga. And trauma-informed yoga is based on science. It's based on brain research and the effects of PTSD on people who have experienced trauma. And so the brain research part allows us to understand what's going on in the brain, and then when us as yoga teachers think about what we're going to teach to our students, we can use methods that appeal to the parts of the brain that are damaged.
So when I met Margot and Ned, I had just graduated from Naropa University in Boulder. I got my degree in somatic psychology. And part of the program helps us, well, part of the program's requirements are us studying neuroscience. And the big waves of neuroscience right now are showing us that trauma actually lives within the body, that it doesn't live within the mind. And so the treatment nationally has been largely shifting towards more somatic work, more body-based work when it comes to trauma, because trauma lives in the cells of the body. And what we found also is that you have somebody who's traumatized come in and sit down, you say, tell me what happened. It recapitulates the trauma. It doesn't actually help them heal or move through. It actually triggers that experience. They're experiencing it as if it's present. So when I learned about that and I learned about what they were doing with Comeback Yoga, it felt like a no-brainer. You know, it's exactly what we're being shown in the literature, and here we are on the front line offering it to people, offering the practice to people.
Had a huge impact on my life with PTSD. I came back out of the Army and could barely function in society, could barely function in my own family, and just a year later I'm back to socializing with people and getting more comfortable and in crowds and in situations where before it would cripple me. So it's done wonders.